What is up, Facebook? So, I am this close to getting my album done. I don't know if people will be excited on buying that. When that shit drops on iTunes, it's gonna be lit. There's like a patch right here. It's like the rest of it is super fucking thick. But there's a patch right here where it's not as thick as the rest of it. So unfortunately, if I want to grow an even goatee in, all of this has to come off. That little patch right there is not as thick as the rest of it. And it doesn't do any good trying to grow some shit in where it's like super fucking uneven. So, yeah. Morning, Angelo. Now, I don't want to shave my goatee because I got some nice, thick, stubby shit coming in. But that little patch right there is not as thick as the rest of it. So, shaving it all off will, in the long run, be better off because it'll grow back in more evenly. But in the meantime, I got, this stuff right here and this stuff right here. Not even gonna touch that shit. So you probably see me without a goatee for a little bit, but then it's gonna come back in when it grows in more evenly. You ask yourself, why the fuck did you shave all your goatee off? It was a patch right here that was just completely fucking uneven with the rest of it. And it looked like shit. Like, if I'm gonna grow something back in, at least have it grow back in to where it's all the same fucking length. There we go. Now, give it a couple days, and when that stubble comes back in, I'll start farming the goatee again. There we go, nice and clean shaven for the most part. Unfortunately, when I seen that, like a good portion of it from here to about here was nice and thick, but then this little patch from here to here was just a lot smaller. No, I'm not having that shit. If you're gonna grow a fucking goatee in, you might as well grow it in right the first time. So, gonna have to rock a clean shaved look for a second until it grows back in. But give it like a couple days, and when it gets real thick, you know. Had a little bit of rum and vodka to drink earlier at a friend's birthday party, but well, I've had a goatee that was like down to here, but it was all from here to about here, and it looked cool. But and then I've had the goatee from this side to like this side, and it was really thick, and it looked good on my face. That's a mustache coming in, actually, to answer your question, Mr. Angelo. And shout out to Christian Lyami Osborne. Hey, Cobra, any plans for another tattoo? Yeah, I want to go to a Black Sunday and get this one touched up. At least get the black touched up on it before I add the green to it. I'm not trying to copy and stink. In fact, fuck and stink. I noticed that my goatee wasn't growing in evenly. There was like a little patch from here to here. And the rest of it was a lot thicker, and I couldn't have that, so I shaved it all off on the goatee. But if I leave the hair that's growing out of my lip right now alone, it'll get thicker and thicker, just like that shit you saw down here earlier. And, yeah. I fucking hate NSYNC. I hate boy bands like that. They're disgusting. You call that music, I call it trash. I'm sure the soul patch looked fine, but yeah. But if I get like a nice like devil mustache going, like a goatee that's like really pointy, you know what I'm saying? Like some warlock looking shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit would look even cooler. That's your personal opinion, Mr. Elliot Brandy, but I think NSYNC stinks. All boy bands like that stink in general. There are no decent tracks for shit like that. Yeah, NSYNC is trash, dude. So is Justin Bieber, so is One Direction, so is the Jonas Brothers. It's all trash. It's all boy band pop trash. You want real fucking music? Green Day is better than all of those fuckers. Just for that comment, you're getting banned. Fuck you. Black Sabbath is a legendary band, and without bands like them and the Beatles, you wouldn't have your shitty fucking mainstream pop fucking trash. You fucking cocksuckers. Some motherfuckers about to be getting banned up in this bitch. Think I'm playing. Unfollow. Unfriend. Block. Fucking disrespect. Sabbath like that. Oh, saying shit like, oh, fuck boys listen to Sabbath. Like, you know what, dude? No, the fuck they don't. Like, why you gotta say shit like that on chat? That's just not appropriate. Why you gotta disrespect Black Sabbath like that? The fuck's wrong with you, you stupid fucking mook? Put this thing up. I only noticed this earlier when like, the good majority of it was nice and thick, and then there's this little itty bitty patch that wasn't as thick as the rest of it. And it's either wait for it all to grow back out, then reshave it again, or just shave it all off and start over. And it's easier just to shave it all off and start over. No, I'm not gonna shave the mustache. I'll grow the mustache out real pointy, like a devil mustache, you know what I'm saying? And then get my goatee to grow out to a point. It'll look sick as fuck because the mustache will kind of curl up like that. It'll give it a very distinguished look, and it would look good on my face. Granted, yes, it's gonna take a while to grow out, but when it grows out, you know what I'm saying? I have like this pointy ass devil goatee going down here like that, and then this like really curly devil mustache, you know what I'm saying? That would look good on my bone structure from my face. Like some like alchemy, like warlock looking shit. It can be done, but it takes a while to grow out, much like anything. That they do. I noticed that when I had grown out my shit for No Shave November, I had a full chin of some decent whiskers growing in, and the mustache was a lot fuller. I had chicks checking me out. They're like, who the fuck is this whiskery looking goth? You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, like some hippie looking goth shit. What the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh wait, I've seen that person before. Isn't that one autistic mother trucker? The next couple of months, you know, making guest appearances on KeeperCast, selling fan merch, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I can to make money on the side, getting that one company started as soon as possible. You know, I thought I lost my fucking lighter earlier. I had it tucked in my pocket that was inside my pocket. I'm like, ain't that some bullshit? I just misplaced it. Yeah. That I could, if I grew my facial hair out long enough, I could dye it black. That would look goth as fuck, you're right, it would. It's a sweet little part-time gig and other stuff that I do online outside of that, pull together and, the more famous I get on YouTube, the more likely I am to make some money. If I made $2,000 a month just making YouTube videos, even if it was just 1,000, I could live off of that. But I'm not entirely sure how many subscribers you would need to make $1,000 a month. That would be some crazy shit, though, now wouldn't it? And by the time you've gotten to that point, people start recognizing you and getting into what you got. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, the goatee wasn't growing in very evenly, so I just shaved it all off to restart it, which is an unfortunate thing of growing out facial hair sometimes. It doesn't quite work out. But it's pretty easy to resculpt. When it starts getting real long, and you shape it, and you shave around a certain area and you let it grow out in that same area for long enough, eventually it'll get thick. If you're capable of, growing it. Jessica Alice Milden asked the question, have you ever been recognized on the street by a fan? A couple times, yeah. I'll be walking around Casper and people shout, King Cobra, that's what's up. I'm just like, I've definitely had enough to drink at my buddy's birthday party. Last year he didn't get a party, and this year all of his friends came together and we're just like, yo, it's my buddy Corey. You don't know him, but I know him. He's cool. And yeah. I also got that candy that was sent to me from Transylvania from a fan. I'm going to read that note and do a review of that candy for a food review on YouTube at some point. Yeah. 2 different people in that note was the same name, but that's what's ironic about it. Let's see. Certain things wouldn't happen if you didn't borrow. Like have on my Keeper cast every Friday with a mixture of different guests. With the exposure that I have on the internet, it helps a lot of people get discovered because of that show, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not just me appearing on the show, it's different guests, you know what I'm saying? Which is good for YouTube in general, because there's a lot of people like me who are just a little bit weird that exist on YouTube for some kind of purpose. Now, coincidentally enough, I found my other bandana and I tucked it away so I wouldn't fucking lose it. Because I thought I'd fucking lost it, and then I found it. I'm like, well, ain't that a kick in the keister? Yeah. Like the next couple of months, I'm making some solid money. Most of it's going to be coming from online exposure, you know what I'm saying, Facebook, but that's all right with me, you know. Hell, even if I made enough money, even if I made like $300 to $400 a month on YouTube alone, that'd be some crazy shit. I'd be happy with even that, dude. You don't even know. Like, yo. And, yeah, some of the videos that I noticed that people really like watching, the magic videos, for instance, those really catch your eye, because you're just like, okay, how the fuck did he do that? This motherfucker got a wand, he's all playing with thunder. Motherfucker, maybe, but the motherfucker's not mine. The age-old expression, a motherfucker I may be, but the mother I fucked is not mine. You know, that cherry grape pipe tobacco was quite delicious. That's kind of like weird as fuck for a minute, but when it starts growing back in again real thick and when it comes time to shave again, just shave around my chin a bit. Let that shit grow in. It's not that difficult. That's the fucking secret to growing a mustache or a goatee, is when your shit starts to get a little scraggly, you shave around a certain area. You want to take that scraggliness, you want to shape it to make a mustache or a goatee of some sort. And then you let that scraggliness get longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. And then eventually, you have a mustache and or a goatee. So that's the secret, fellas. Now that you know. Yeah. Although there are certain industries that are going to say, well, you can't have a goatee because, you know, that's not an issue for me. No. Nobody has personally heard me say where I work. All they know is I'm a dishwasher. That's all they need to know. That's all they need to know. That's all they're gonna fucking know. You don't need to know my work schedule. You don't need to know shit. Like the bullshit with Wendy's was like some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And anybody in higher up in Wendy's would understand my predicament. Like, they've had to deal with rude customers before. That's how they got to the fucking top. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, but it's whatever. Quite often, if you're in the food industry, you're going to deal with rude customers, and you know, it's just a part of life. I don't even deal with customers. My job is to make sure dishes are clean. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I keep my opinion to my fucking self. I don't let the negativity of social media or people who bully me on social media affect my job or my outlook on life or my work ethic for that matter. And the only thing I can do is get faster at my job. If I want more hours, get faster at my job. That's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? It's really the best way to look at it because it doesn't matter what he said, she said, bullshit, fuck all that. Okay, but no. No. See, alcohol makes you an honest son of a bitch, huh? And really, it's as simple as that, you know what I'm saying? But once this one business starts, I'll be selling wands left and right because I should be tight. People be like, oh, damn, King Cobra making wands, and that's I. Cheesy ass rap. What the heck is this shit? Wait a minute, King Cobra selling handmade ones for $34. That's legit. What do you call a cobra that raps? A spitting cobra. Spit the rhyme. Spitting lyrics to sit quick on the mic. It's like, damn, like a spike. Holla at your homies. Coming at you in a swarm like a bloody ass motherfucking storm. It may take you a bit longer to grow your facial hair in, longer than some. Some of you may grow it in quicker than others. It really is irrelevant. If you can get a good baseline going, like this mustache I got has a good baseline. It's nice and pointy on either side, so it for the devil mustache, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So, because maybe having the wand in my hand isn't enough. Maybe having like a warlock type mustache and goatee going, maybe that would ward the Christians off. You think? They start talking to me about the Bible. I'd be like, well, shit. I needed something to wipe my Asperger's with. And that kind of joke offends them because they might be like, sir, that joke offends me. I have a cousin who has Asperger's. I'd be like, well, I have Asperger's too, and I don't want to hear your bullshit, by the way. And they'd look at me and be like, oh. And I'm like, if that joke offends you, what would Jesus do? Turn the other cheek. Oh, shit. I mean, if you want sacrilegious jokes, I got sacrilegious jokes. I could say some shit that they either get super pissed about it, or they probably chuckle and be like, okay, that was kind of funny. It could go either way, Facebook. I mean, But with spring coming up, of course, there's been plenty of sticks to collect for carving wands. And of course, you can order sticks online. Just handing out a basic handheld wand doesn't take long. Don't like coating a paint, but if I get like 1 to 2 drawing at a time. Holy shit. Yeah, my third eye just seen a vision of a bunch of carved out wands before paint, just lining up in a massive pile. So just painting in one after another, and when they're dry enough, adding a leather handle while 2 of them dry. And then those 2 dry, another leather, and just keep adding handles to it and drying in 1 to 2 at a time. I could easily spend all day doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I'm making $34 a pop off each one. I mean, for a legit magic wand, that's a fair price. You see me use my wands in my magic videos before, and you're like, okay, he's doing real magic with those things. That's kind of cool. Wait, now he's selling those? Oh, I want one. Shit. How much you charge for those? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. They could be used for cosplay, a decorative art piece, or they could be used for legit magic. However, that's for you to put the magic into it. I'm not going to do it because it's not going to do you any good to enchant it with my magic. You feel what I'm saying, Facebook? So even outside the fan base, there's a general market for it. Do like a random combination of silver, gold, black, green, brown, red, and maybe like just those like 6 colors to start off with. You know what I'm saying? I got this massive black tarp that I keep underneath the workbench. I'm spray painting a wand. I'll stretch it out. It protects the carpet from spray paint. And if the wand's small enough, I'll put the trash can underneath the paint so it's dripping into the trash can, not onto the tarp alone, you know what I'm saying? And legitimately making something like this would not take that long. You get a stick that's relatively the same size. Will this be the wand I used in the video where I'm fucking with the lights? Or fucking with crosswalk signs to work in my favor. Yeah. I mean, carving out the stick's not going to be a problem, but attaching a leather handle so that it stays in place when it dries and it's legitly looks like something you'd see in a book or some shit. I'm starting the effects off my own handle, which I didn't use leather. I used the wand tape that I use for my handles and some ponytail holders and spray painted it black. I noticed that when the ponytail holders dry from some sort of chemical like spray paint, with the tape underneath it, it's solid as fuck and it creates texture. And I'm formulating a way to make a quality leather handle so when it dries on the wand and shit and they get shipped, people will be picking them up like, whoa, dude, this is fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? Just a basic one like this would not take that long. Ship them in like a padded envelope. Because, ow. Yeah, these things are fucking thick as fuck. You make them thick enough, they're not going to break very easily. They'll be damn near as solid as a rock. If I really push down on it, I could break it, you know, but I'm not going to do that, obviously. But, yeah. Now, wood glaze could be used to make leather shiny, and it also dries clear. So that's all I'm gonna fucking say on that. Some of the shit I talk about in my videos is controversial, so that's what's gonna keep the general public from being like, oh, it's this guy again. Yeah. So sometimes you definitely gotta be a bit smarter on what you say and do, you know, on certain platforms. What's the sense of selling spells that really wouldn't do any good? The whole point of casting spells is learning how to do them yourself, the old-fashioned way, by studying the art and the craft. Oh yeah, I can still do cheap balls to answer your question. That really sucks about what happened with Wendy's, man. I'm sorry that happened, dude. I'm not even tripping out about it. I have a feeling that once this wand business gets started, it's going to be legit shit. The fans are going to be buying wands left and right. The McDonald's sandwich hack video that I did has a shit ton of likes on it. You have no idea. People are digging that shit. And that is, in fact, Angela, what happens when I let YouTube know that I work at Wendy's. If I would have kept that a secret, if I had complained about a customer saying, okay, someone at work was like, oh, he cleans tables for a living, sad, isn't it? Blah, blah, blah. You know, and if they had known where I worked, they would have been like, well, it's kind of mean, but whatever. So I still could have complained about it, but in which case they wouldn't have known where I worked. So that's kind of, you know. People speculate, like, where's this new job he's at, you know. And you haven't heard me say it in my mouth personally, so as far as you know, I could work anywhere. And there's like a bazillion dishwashing jobs in the general area, you know. So and when people hear about that kind of shit happening to someone on social media, it makes them stop and think, why are people messing with this person so hard? What makes him so special? And then, lo and behold, they start watching the videos and the guitar playing. You're like, okay, I see what the deal is here. Yeah. Always important to drink a little bit of water when you're done drinking for the evening. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like shit the next day. I'll guarantee you that. There are these obsessively obnoxious trolls who treat me like a victim, and they think that any contact with social interaction is going to be bad for me. And I'm just like, the fuck is this stupid shit? Oh. These miserable fucktards who have nothing better to do than pick on somebody who has autism. I'm sitting here like, oh, it's funny because my subscription count's getting bigger, so you can talk all the shit you want. As a matter of fact, how many subscribers do we have on my so-called, and I quote very loosely, YouTube channel? Oh, that would be a very interesting question now, wouldn't it? Ha 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 ha. You got it. No, dude, what? 6,434 subscribers. Nah, what? My channel. Oh, come on. That combination of numbers. Ain't that an ironic son of a bitch? 6,434 subscribers. Nice. Why? That's awesome. God damn it. I'm not even gonna say it. No, I'm not even gonna get into it. No. That is some crazy shite, man. 6,434 subscribers. Just those last three numbers alone. No, it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence of fucking dance. It's just a coincidence. Casually load some tobacco into my pipe. It's just a coincidence. You like when Jim Carrey's in the movie 23? It's like just that fucking number again. Damn it, man. Ain't life a hoot? It's a general honesty of the fucking channel itself that people seem to like. 6,434 subscribers. Oh shit. That was close. God damn it. And fuck the Virgin Mary. my YouTube revenue got just big enough to where even if I made just $200 a month, that's still better than nothing. That shows a lot of motherfuckers that, oh, look what I can do. I'm not even going to say it. Nope, I'm not. 6,434 subscribers on YouTube. God damn it. That's awesome, but also kind of ironic. Especially in the last... that's the obvious one. That's some crazy shit, yo. But when you're pulling some like Chris Angel shit with the magic videos, or in my case, demons, that was a horrible pun, but it worked. That's not good. That's a great way to waste big fluid. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Wasn't quite as big as the first one, but that was still cool as fuck. We went. I ain't got no fluid, but let's see if I can try to do this. Little catch. That's cool. He sparked the zipper with it. The butane. And it does that. Huh. No, that's something new. It doesn't light the zip up, but it can spark. Flicker. Your wick or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Some merchandise making guest appearances on various shows, you know, that sort of thing. It's business opportunities. And it's going to help. And not only that, but with the album being so close to being done, a new album is like literally this close to being done. And I have enough money on TuneCore to upload it to my next album. That's legit. I like seeing it pop up on iTunes. It's fucking badass. Some people are gonna be like, oh, that sounds like shit. Some people are like, oh, that sounds cool. Music is, after all, a diverse thing in taste, much like food or anything else, really.